We're back.
We are back.
Los
We are
Angeles
indeed
Lakers
back.
Have selected their player, and they're going with Tennessee wing Dalton Knecht, spelled Knecht. And so that is their one first round pick. It's going to be the player that is, I mean, every year, whoever the Lakers decide to go with in the first round, they tend to get a lot of attention, whether that be negative or positive. Early indications are that this one will be positive because Knecht is kind of one of the steals of the draft. He was in talks of going in the lottery, and a lot of teams, it made sense why. A lot of teams want to get that wing that can shoot, that can knock down threes. So for him to go all the way to number 17 was definitely an interesting move. So I'm glad that the Lakers kind of, I guess, capitalized on the fact that he was still available, because last year, they lost out on a player like Cam Whitmore, who obviously didn't have a great season, but still has a very high upside. Went from number 6 projected to all the way number 21, number 22. So for them to kind of, I guess, correct that wrong and get the player that was clearly one of the more undervalued players by the early teams in this draft was huge.
Yeah, well, I think he's going to be a great scorer, and mostly he's a positional fit on that team. Now, it does depend on, I think, what happens with LeBron James. Obviously, that situation is up in the air, and I think it could possibly matter what happens with Bronny James in that situation coming into this draft. And, again, that's something we'll have to wait and see on. And regardless, I do think that this is going to be a good pick for them.
For sure.
You look at Knecht, small forward position. He's going to fit right alongside D'Angelo Russell. He'll fit right alongside Austin Reeves. Them two are going to be good playmakers for him, and probably won't be there his whole career. I mean, I'm sure that they're going to probably leave at some point. Anthony Davis, though, he's going to be there long term. That's the big piece. I think you pair them two together, that is a phenomenal pairing.
Absolutely. And the Lakers have been looking for a player like Knecht. Like you said, he's not going to be the superstar guy, but he's going to go in and fill that positional gap that they've been missing. They've targeted Buddy Hield in countless off seasons for a reason, because they've always needed that shooting. It was a big factor in the playoffs. D'Angelo Russell was one of their best shooters. He didn't show up half the time in the playoffs, and kind of made things hard, made life difficult for the Lakers. So, all Knecht has to do is come in and shoot shots and make them. And as long as he can do that, he doesn't need to be the superstar. He doesn't need to carry anybody. He just needs to fill his role and do it well.
What do you think upside is on Dalton Knecht? What do you think is his ceiling comparison to him?
Comparison's kind of difficult. I say Buddy Hield because, Buddy Hield is kind of seen as that, that sharpshooter wing. He's obviously not like a superstar, an all-star, but then again, I don't know just how high Dalton Knecht can go, but if he can be a 40% three-point shooter, that would be absolutely amazing. Yeah,
I think that's exactly what the new look, well, potentially new look Lakers are going to be. Got the new head coach with JJ Redick,
right?
But I think there's also still a lot to figure out with this team, and we don't really know how it's going to look heading into next season. I think that's one of the big things that we're going to get cleared up for.
Right.
I'm excited to see how it shapes out.
Absolutely. I think it's a great pick. I think that he's somebody that can come in and learn the ropes pretty quickly, and he's got plenty of veterans to help him do so. He's got a coach, like I think what I just mentioned, like Redick was a shooter himself. So he kind of has that mindset, and he'll be able to go in and make an instant impact as long as he's getting to his spots, getting open, and hitting shots.
Yep. Any final thoughts from you?
That's it.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for our coverage here. Although, of course, if there does happen to be another Lakers or Bulls trade into this first round, we'll try and give you that coverage as well.
Absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in.
Boom.